started acting, and it was also kind of a funny thing when I started acting because my friends like knew what a fraud I am. We're sitting at a restaurant in Los Angeles, and a little girl walks up to the table and has a napkin, and she taps me, and she's like, "Excuse me, you're a movie star, right?" And I'm like, "I am a movie star." And I look at my buddy, he's like, "Yeah." I go to like get the pen out, and she's like, "You were in Boys Don't Cry." And like the table burst out laughing. And I was like, and the sad thing is, if you look at the cover or the poster of that movie, it really is me. Like, she plays a boy in this. I don't even know about the movie. She cross-dresses as a boy, but like, yeah, it's my face on that, just short hair. So I didn't want to break the poor girl's heart. I just signed Hillary Swank. To this day, my friends call me Hillary. You can call me that too if you want. That one's not very good. I'm gonna pick another one. Just mix it up. All right. Oh, that one's good. This one's pretty good. I've never told anybody this one. It's a little bit embarrassing. The time I cried on the ladder with Pedro. So I recently bought a house, and I've been doing a lot of, homeowners, all right. You guys really are the best. Bought a house, and I've been doing a lot of renovations to it. And it's been led by this guy, Pedro, who's basically, you seen that movie Machete? You know Machete? He's that guy, if that guy were like 14% tougher. He's like made of nails, he's long hair, he's got like a slice through his face. He's just like tough, right? Tough, and he basically, in working with him for a long time, I've come to find out that he grew up in Mexico, speaks broken English, very smart guy, came over when he was 17, his father made him come to America to escape this gang that he had become part of, and they were going to murder him. So he had to come over to America, and this guy's truly just tough. And we've been working together a lot, and at one point we were building a fireplace. And I'm kind of nuts. I got into this thing where I wanted to like build the fireplace myself. I was like intent on like laying every brick. So it was basically for a week just me and Pedro on this ladder, slowly moving up the wall, him mixing mortar, me placing bricks and sort of making sure they were like appropriately like skewed to make it look kind of funny, interesting. We're doing this and we're getting to know each other a little bit better, and like sort of halfway into it, I think one day I'm like, "Hey Pedro, what's your favorite movie?" Thinking he's gonna say something like Gladiator or Alien versus Predator or something kind of tough. I go, "Pedro, what's your favorite movie?" And he kind of pauses. He goes, wipes like the concrete on his face, and he goes, "Big Fish." Big Fish. I was like, "Big Fish? The Tim Burton film?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's like my favorite. It's like one of my 5 favorites." And I was blown away. I'm like, the fact that I had something so in common with this like seemingly unrelated, tough like killer from Mexico. Pedro, I love that movie too, man. And I was like, the end's the best when, you know, the funeral's happening and they're coming out of the water and the dad's walking and all of his friends are there, and I'm getting really passionate telling the story. And I look over at Pedro, and Pedro's kind of looked down. His hair is covering his face. And he looks back up at me, and he's got a single tear in the corner of his eye. And I'm like, which kind of makes me tear up, seeing the single tear. He goes, "I love that movie." That ending that you describe, it made me think about my father. How I let him down. And I was like, "No, Pedro. You don't let your father down. If he were alive today, Pedro, he'd be so proud of you." And I'm like giving him this pep talk. "You're such a good man, you're a good friend, you're my friend, and your dad is proud of you." And he starts bawling. And I'm like bawling. And we're sitting locked eyes when all of a sudden, Gonzalo walks in. He was carrying a bucket of paint, and he was like, they were like, "Oh, yeah." And we never spoke of it ever. Pedro's gonna be happy I told that story.